Today I'm going to be talking about the backbone of the Russian army, how it was used, and why a 60s tank is still fighting some of the most modern conflicts on Earth. The T72A was first designed in December 1976 due to previous tanks like the T-54 and T-55 being obsolete and the T-64 being too hard to mass produce. In June 22nd, 1977, the backbone of the Russian army was born, the T-72A. Now for this video I'll only be discussing T72A variant, unless I'm making it clear it's a separate variant. The T-72 was designed by Valerine and Leonid to be a cheap and mass-producible vehicle the former Soviet Union could use in any conflict, and that it succeeded at. I'm not sure if I pronounced their names right, so I'll put their names on the video screen. The tank was fitted with the most modern technology at the time at Soviet disposal, such as composite armor, a laser rangefinder, smoothbore 125mm cannon, an autoloader with a 7.1-second reload, a full stabilizer, a 780 horsepower V46 diesel engine, and a low profile which only had 3 crew. This may sound great, but they have some issues I'll get to soon. First up, we're talking about the gun. The 125 is the standard size of Russian cannons in the modern day, and as early as 1964 as well. The T-72A was given the 2A46 smoothbore 125 with APM-SDS, high explosive and heat rounds. The BM-32-16 armor-piercing saber round, being able to penetrate 400 plus millimeters of steel, but this is uncertain due to privacy of military data and no clear answer. There isn't much on the T-72A's high explosive performance, so I'll be skipping over it. The gun was also fully stabilized at all speeds and angles, and with its smoothbore gun, was deadly to face something like an M60, which the Americans were fielding at the time of the T-72's deployment. But it was rumored that the gun's accuracy was poor on the move, and I couldn't find much other than a video saying the T-64 had a lead computer and the T-72 didn't. But I'm not certain, so I won't make any clear points, but I'm going to guess it was because they had to figure out how to lead with no support or were poorly trained. Now for the issues with the tank. As said earlier, the gun wasn't reported to be accurate on the move, but it had far more. The tank's low profile is great until you operate the tank. Due to its low profile, crew above 5'8" would be incredibly uncomfortable. They could still function, but it would be less bearable than NATO tank to operate if you were 6 foot or above. The tank also had quite a weak lower front plate, so if you were hit, you would be killed. And to make it so much better, the ammunition was stored in a carousel autoloader on the hull floor, making ammunition detonate very prone. The crew is also packed nice and tight, so if you're lucky enough to not blow up the second the round penetrates, then your crew is most likely going to be all dead. The tank is also quite poor in urban combat, being easily knocked out by a simple RPG or dumbfire ATGMs, and would quite commonly need infantry to escort it. Now, after listing all these pros and cons of the T-72, why is it still used today? The answer is modernization. Countries will commonly find an old tank, slap some new stuff on it and call it a new tank, which is what the T-72 went through. The main things to ever happen to the T-72 was ERA, better composite, and a better gun. Some small details like engines, transmissions, etc. may have been done in the process, but these are the 3 biggest upgrades ever given to the tank that are publicly announced. Here are a couple random details I've listed about the tank that I couldn't find a good time to fit into this video. That's about all I have to say. Hope you found this informative and feel free to suggest tanks to research and make videos on. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.